What's going on, guys? So we have 6 Eternal Soulstones to pull. The Deck of Fate going on right here. This is an expensive Deck of Fate. I honestly still don't think it's very much worth it, but I do want to get this champion to test him a little further if you guys want to see that. But if you have 40,000 points to get, 3,500 points per Eternal Soulstone, you're going to need to pull 11. That's very ridiculous. You're not going to do that. You can mix it up with some Dungeon Diver stuff, getting some farming done for the fusion. You can do it more efficiently, for sure. Spend some energy. Though, since the event dungeon's gone, I'm not super excited to do that. If the event dungeon was here, no problem, I would run it. But since that's not even around, there's no sense in talking about that. I do want to mention, though, this hero. Yesterday, the video that I did, I was basically saying that he's just not a very good champion, that he doesn't hit very hard, and that he doesn't bring a lot of stuff to the team. I did see, however, a lot of other videos saying that this champion hits very hard and he can smack. So there's obviously a big difference between what I was saying and what they were saying. Now, they weren't wrong. However, there's a lot of setup required for this champion, which in my opinion makes him very unrealistic for most players to actually achieve this setup. I had mentioned it a little bit in my video yesterday, but if you have to bring in Necrit plus Great Bolster set plus the Stone Skin setups plus more shield set for him to do good, that's not really a great champion. And we'll dive into it more, and I should have dove into it more in my yesterday video, but when I was comparing him to Harima and Stoutus and Ragash, all of those champions bring something extra besides just good damage. Now, if we look at KAWN's kit, we have the A2 skill that has a good multiplier. It's an AoE attack and ignores percentage of the defense equal to 50% of the difference between this champion's max HP and any shields on them. Now, this was a bit confusing for a lot of players. They were thinking that, okay, if we put a Divine Life set on him, low shield, that's going to be the biggest difference. And while that is the biggest difference between HP and shield, that's not how the text is actually meaning it. What it actually means is if you have a 50,000 HP shield, you have 50,000 HP, then that's going to be a 100% difference, and you're going to ignore 50% of the enemy's defense. Now, if you wanted to ignore 100% of the enemy's defense, you would need a 50,000 max HP pull and a 100,000 HP shield. Now, that's not impossible to get. It's a very high number, but it's not impossible to get, and you could do that. And honestly, I think throwing him in a go second team with like a Mithrala and a bolster plus Stone Skin, a Krisk maybe in a bolster set, plus his shield set the shield that he gives everybody anyways, maybe a Fabian in a Stone Skin set, plus KAWN in a Stone Skin plus Savage set, just so he can continue to ignore defense after his first nuke. That could be awesome. However, you run into a few issues. His A2 hits hard, but it is dependent on him having a shield. If his shield falls off, if the enemy damages you too much, which is possible to happen when you're running a go second team, so they're going to damage you, they're going to take that shield down, less defense ignore, less hard hit from the A2, makes him harder to be the sole damage dealer on the team. That's a big issue there. His A1 doesn't hit particularly hard. It is decent, but if you don't have an increased defense champion, it's not going to be great. Mithrala can place the increased defense, but if it falls off, it's just not going to hit great. It does block revive, which is a good thing to have there. And then his A3. Really, there's a few things that could be changed in this champion, and I like him. But his A3 places a shield and a counterattack and a strengthen. The shield and strengthen is AoE, the counterattack is just on him. The issue with this is there's no extra turn mechanic. This is just going to place him a shield, strengthen, and counterattack, just for him to get back to his turn, for the shield to be gone, and then the defense ignore from this to be gone. So the likelihood that you're going to be able to go A3 into A2 is very, very low, assuming you want to keep that shield up. That's a big issue there. Another issue is that his passive, it doesn't give him an increased defense until the 4th turn. You're dead by the 4th turn, or the enemy's dead, most likely. 4th turn of his, not 4th champion turn, but the 4th turn of his. If he was to start with an increased defense, that'd be a different story. Then this champion actually looks pretty decent. So right now, when I was comparing him to Harima and Stoutus yesterday, both of these champions bring more than just damage. Harima brings a provoke on her A3. She brings defense scaling up to 100% on her A2. KAWN also has defense scaling up to 30%, unfortunately. Harima's gets scaled way higher. If this kills somebody, it does an AoE swipe, so she's already knocking it out. Plus, she has an amazing passive that just basically counters Wukong and Rotos very hard. And then even Stoutus, who is not even used that often in the arena, though he is used some and has pretty good win rates, he brings an increased defense for himself before attacking on that A3 skill, has a pretty decent multiplier, less than KAWN's. KAWN's a 3.9 on the A2, and then a 4 from him. Not really sure why this is strong versus KAWN's is godlike, but either way, 4 multiplier, has a good multiplier, brings his own increased defense, and then a double hitter on the A2 with a 2.1 multiplier, plus a double hit on the A1, and he's going to have weakens and decreased defense reflected back to the attacker. So placing decreased defense on him, not going to happen. He is a very good champion as well. Now, they both are Force Affinity champions, but that's where those other defense-based nukers, I believe, beat KAWN out, is the sense that they bring extra stuff. Torment, I mentioned him yesterday. While he's not going to do the most damage, he is going to freeze the enemy, shut down speed teams, and really just be a dominant champion to deal with if you're going against speed teams. Now, another champion who was mentioned is Solus. Solus is actually fairly comparable to KAWN in the sense that he's not bringing a whole lot of stuff that's super, I guess, exciting nowadays. He does have an AoE provoke. He does have like a strip on his A2. And then he has a pretty decent hitting A1. He actually can hit really hard on the A3, but you don't really see Solus talked about very much anymore, and it kind of reflects in the reviews. And I really think KAWN is going to be very similar, just because he doesn't bring anything, in my opinion. And let me know. I can test out some new stuff when I get him, but he's not bringing anything at the moment that's like, yeah, this is a damage dealer who you're actually going to get into a fight and actually use. Because there are so many better go second nuke options. I mean, heck, even He-Man and Thor in a Stone Skin set are going to be better off than him, because when you're going second, you're going to need to kill the champions in basically one hit. And unless you have a Krisk or a Necrit or champions who can give him a massive shield, it's going to be difficult to truly see the value from him. But that's what I was wanting to share in yesterday's video. I don't think I conveyed that as well as I should have. But basically, the other defense-based nukers bring more than he does to the team. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and open some Eternal Soulstones, which sounds like a bad idea, right? Like I'm saying, oh, this champion's not that good. And then I'm saying, let's open some Eternal Soulstones. Okay, we have a 5-star Kreela Soul. That's going to be 1 soul that I can sell pretty easily. 3,500 points. Hopefully it's a 6-star soul at least. Lordly Legionnaire. Yeah, definitely going to be sold that as well. Let's see what we get here. Oh, another epic, I mean. 6-star, please. Nope, 5-star Lich. Let's get a Crixia Soul, a Lazarius Soul. Any other, there we go. Crixia or Lazarius, please. Okay, Calamitous, 5-star Soul. If I ever get him, that could be decent. I kind of want to sell it, but I'm going to resist that urge. We have a 6-star Skull Crown, which I already have a Skull Crown Soul. So all of those will be sold. And then another rare soul. Oh my goodness. 5-star Fearmonger. So we opened all these. We have 3,000 coins right now. Let's go to 5 and 6. The champions who I just now pulled. Calamitous would be 700. Not going to sell it because I would like to use that. It gives him the everything except for the speed, which is pretty good. So Lordly Legionnaire, get rid of him. Kreela, where is Kreela? Right there. So 730. We have another Skull Crown Soul. We have a Lich Soul. 1,210. Who else did I pull here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I forget who it was. Fearmonger. Yeah. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I pulled 6 souls. So now we'll go ahead and come down here and Mystic Market, pick up another Soulstone, and see if we can get a maybe mythical from this, a good mythical as well. Okay, got a mythical. Sweet, we got it. Okay, Gizmak, 5-star Gizmak Soul. I don't have Gizmak, but I have 2 of his souls. We'll get rid of the 4-star one. We don't need that no more. That's a pretty good soul to pull. I kind of want to pull enough to get one more summon. So we'll trim out some of these 5. Some of these epics I'm like debating on possibly for a video, but you guys let me know if you like to see epics with 6-star souls for videos anyways, because it may just not even be interesting content. So do another one. Just no epic, please. No epic. Please, no epic. Okay, something good. Wishlist. 6-star Jag. Don't need him. Literally already have a 6-star Jag Bonesaw Soul, though it is not on the 5-star one. Or the +4, it is on the +1. I don't care. I'm not going to keep that. We're going to sell that. Though I'm kind of interested in trying him out in some content. So we'll sell that. 1 for 1. Easy. Easy enough. Let's go ahead and do another one. And see what we get from this one. Maybe it's a non-epic. Please, not an epic. Okay, good. Not epic. We're doing good right now. Okay, Samson, 5-star soul. Do we have a Samson soul? I'm sure we do, right? Do I even want a Samson soul? I mean, 5-star Samson soul. He's an HP nuker. I don't need him. Could be decent for some rooms in like Curse City, possibly. Could build up champion. He's a good champion. He does do pretty well. I could pull another Eternal. That's no problem, actually. Let's go ahead and buy one more. This is a pretty massive Eternal Soulstone pulls, and we're very close to finishing out the deck of fate anyway, so we'll go ahead and do this. Please, not an epic. No, not what I wanted. 6-star Lady Annabelle. Now, she's a really good champion, but I don't think I really care to have her 6-star soul. Maybe we already have it. I don't know. Let's see. How many points do I get if I just sold that? 6-star, we get 380. Lady Annabelle is used for some content, but the thing is with epics, I'm going to convince myself to just sell it. Where are we at with the deck of fate? We're at 3,500. Okay, so we're very close to finishing this out. I do want to do one more pull, honestly. The Lady Annabelle soul is really good for some players, and you definitely could use this. I'm not going to be using her, so I'm going to drop that. The Padma soul, I do want to keep. The Canoness, I don't need to keep. Taragi is good, but I don't need his soul, I don't think. I'm trying to think of what he would bring extra with the soul. He's good enough in Curse City the way he is, and I have enough souls in Curse City to make it work. Let's go 5-star stuff. Jarang, Seneschal, and Jingle Hunter. There we go. We have one more. One more. This is by far the biggest Eternal Soulstone pull that I've ever done. Go one more. This would have been better during a different event, but we got this basically for, dang it. Okay, another epic 6-star, please, at least. 5-star. 5-star Pestilus. All right, where's old Pestilus at? Right there. Really don't need that soul. He's not a bad champion, though. So we'll sit on these souls, these 5-star souls for the legendaries. I'll keep them, especially for the damage dealers that boost the damage that they deal anyways. And then we need, let's see, Immortal Soulstone. We'll pull 2 of those, I guess, real quickly and see what we could get. These in future boosted events would be better. Of course, if I was to pull those Eternals during a Soulstone Chase tournament, that may have been better as well. But we still do have some resources in reserve for this. Like I still can purchase 2, which is no problem. And we'll hopefully have some more when the time comes around, and have more souls I could sell. So I'm holding everything now. We have a 5-star Gizmak, which is actually pretty massive, honestly. I was hoping to get a Crixia or Lazarius, but no big deal. We'll go ahead and flip all these. Nope, we can't just yet. What does a Immortal give me? I think it's like 80. 70, yeah. So we'll do 2 of these, and then we'll be done with the points. I mean, we could have saved it for the other stuff, but let's see. Actually, I may save this champion thing until... Actually, no, it's Friday for the champion chase, isn't it? We'll see. Maybe I save it, maybe I don't. Because, of course, it'd be easier to finish out the fusion with this. But the champion chase, it's not going to be super difficult. I have Ancients, and I have some mysteries that I can do anyways. Was this a... Okay, no, it was not an epic, thankfully. We're getting a lot of these chests, though, for the green stuff, which is pretty cool. So ended up pulling almost enough. Okay, a blue chest. Very nice. A chicken. No purple chest, though, unfortunately. So, got the event done. How many Eternals did it take me? I purchased a few extra. Not anything crazy. Well, actually, it's a lot. Honestly, it's a lot of Eternal Soulstones. But as far as 40,000 divided by, I think probably 10, actually, wasn't it? Of course, it's a number. So 35, yeah. I think that's probably 10 Eternal Soulstones. I'll count it up and see how many was actually pulled. But it's definitely quite a bit. So finish out the event. Get the guy pulled here very soon. Maybe not today, though. There's no real reason to pull him. You could also use him for mod fragments if you really wanted to be crazy with it. But I may no, because if I want to have him ready to showcase something on, you guys let me know. Do you want to see something showcased with him before 5-star soul, or do you want to wait till 5-star soul before you see anything showcased with him? But this was the easiest way to go ahead and pick him up. Not a problem. Now remember, none of these are boosted. There's no boosted rates whatsoever. There is chance events over here, but honestly, the shards are more so fusion currency than soulstones are. Soulstones are typically for like those tournaments, or for every now and then. Was Odin part of a Soulstone Chase tournament a long time ago? I forget. Either way, guys, thank y'all for watching. Best of luck in your Soulstone pulls if you do any. I personally don't recommend even going for him, but if you're a collector and you just want to have him, go for it. Get him. Good luck, guys. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one.